So let's say an athlete comes in and they might have a back injury from gymnastics or something. Should we do 500-pound deadlifts?
No.
Nah. Boom! Boom, we're here. Bryce and myself. What's up, Bryce? How you doing today, man?
Good. How are you guys?
How my guys, it's me.
I know.
But how are you guys is what I want to know. How is everybody doing? I'll tell you what, we're doing damn good because Legacy, man, we got some teams coming in.
We're moving. We're moving.
We're not moving. Well, we are moving. But for now, our location in the old CrossFit Cool Springs, new carbon culture, about to move into carbon performance when our beautiful area is done. Equipped by Arsenal Strength, I might add.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful.
Man, I'm short as hell. So anyway, I just realized, oh, you're wearing shoes. Katie, can you get me the high heels I wear on weekends? Thank you. So let's talk about modifying programming for athletes. This is something that we deal with a lot. So for example, one of the basketball teams we train, right?
Yep.
A girls basketball team, who I honestly think I've never seen them play, but I think we can get them at state or to state or close to state.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, we're gonna crush it. So anyway, thing about athletes is they usually come to us in two pieces. Because they've had either no training or bad training before as far as injury prevention, speed, strength, and power, right? Yep. They go to these other guys in town who, no disrespect, but they're garbage. And what we do is absolutely different in that we not only, go over these movements and enhance all of their play, but we also focus on preventing injury, whether it's through loading, through, anti-valgus, through balance, whatever it is we do efficiently and well. So Bryce, here's something we were challenged with this week. Okay, so we have a new team and basketball players are usually taller. So there's a lot more limb.
Yep.
Right?
100%.
I can't believe I hurt my knee. My leg's only this long. So these girls are long. They're usually, they grow really fast. They have to grow into their bodies, right? So they get injuries from shoulders. We have a shoulder injury and a knee injury. So what we're going to do, I think it's a good idea. Let's just use these as case studies. Yep. And then let's throw in one of our lacrosse girls who was a former gymnast who has a disc injury in her back. Now, for the record, we are not doctors. We recommend you see an orthopedic surgeon, a physical therapist, or someone medically qualified and get cleared to work with someone like us. But let's say these girls are cleared, but yet we don't want to harm them and we want to progress into those basic movements. Let's say it's a squat or a hex bar deadlift, or heck, let's say they want to be professional CrossFitters, a snatch, right? What do you think, Bryce? What do we do with these girls? Let's say we have the girl with the knee injury come in, taller, a lot of training experience, but has this wonky knee that has already been injured. What do we do?
So I think the first thing is actually just going straight to the source. I think go to the PT, go to the doctor, find out the actual diagnosis of what happened or what the surgery was.
So you're saying we should actually care about the athlete and talk to their therapist?
Yes.
Okay, so they're more than just a number here.
Yes, and I think that way...
I know a letter and a number. DN1. But anyway, I'm just going over letters and numbers just as examples.
But I think that way we get the full story of what actually happened, because I think if you talk to a kid and I talk to a kid, we get two different stories.
Yeah, sometimes.
So going to the source, understanding exactly what is wrong, what can we do, what we can't do, and that way we can actually make the most efficient program and base it off of regressions and modifications and progressions of everything we do. It's not hard. It just asks for more information.
So you have this information. Let's say they're cleared 100%, but the therapist is like, hey, bro, they ain't power lifters. We understand. We train athletes, not power. Well, we do train power lifters. And we also do offer personal training too. By the way, Bryce and I both do individual sessions for kids and adults. Just DM me on Instagram or DM Bryce. I am at Marc Lobliner. He is at Legacy at Carbon.
Yep.
Or Legacy Performance, either one. He gets it. So What I like to do when you present with a knee injury is you test. Now, the first thing I want to do is I want to do some simple drills. I want to find out if they can hop on one leg. I like to do mini plyos. That's number one. In fact, if you read the book From Good to Great to Unstoppable by Grover, he actually has, before a player is cleared, they have to be able to jump down backwards off of, I believe it was like a 5 or 6 foot plyo box for the mental stability, because a lot of, if you go on the field afraid to get hurt, you're going to get hurt.
Yeah. And that's a whole nother case study.
Yeah. But I like mini hurdles. Mini hurdles are literally this high off the ground.
And that's, I mean, the reality of all of this is it's understanding what you're working with now, what their issues are. Like if a kid can't balance, if she can't do a 2-inch hop, like literally hop 2 inches, be able to decelerate, there's a lot of instability and issues going on. And it just, you have to be intelligent, like correct what is actually not corrected. And that's part of our job, is being able to diagnose things at a minuscule level. And
then you break down the movements. I like personally to do things like a single leg Romanian deadlifts or balancing on one leg, same arm, same leg for this application. I really like using the slant board. I like elevating the heels to target that VMO. I love lateral, especially mini bands, because it's teaching your body to activate your glute to prevent the valgus of the knee, which is the reason that girls get knee injuries most of the time to begin with, at least non-contact knee injuries. Yep. So I really like to use those applications. And then what I like to do, and this is all prior to, let's assume the goal is to do a squat, either a front or a back. Yeah. So then after you've done the slant board and you're loading it with a goblet style squat, that's when I like to bring in the plyos, where you're focusing on the deceleration. So we jump up, but the only reason we jump up is so we can learn how to jump down and land properly and absorb the shock and make sure that when they hit the field that I'm doing it again. I'm going to do it again. That their reaction is not in the frontal cortex, but in the basal ganglia, where immediately when they land, it is a common routine move to activate the glutes, abduct the knees, and prevent the valgus, which will tear your ACL.
Yep. And it's going off of the jump, let's say. So let's say we did a double leg vertical jump. If there is contact in the sport, basketball.
Oh, God, a lot of contact.
A lot of contact.
It's a contact sport.
Especially in the paint. Now you're
Unless you're LeBron.
Yep. And, I mean, we just foul everyone, so it doesn't really matter.
That's all I do.
So let's say you do a vertical jump, but you add perpetration. You add a little push. So they're reacting off of push, be able to land. You don't know where you're going to go. Left, right, forward, middle, doesn't matter. Now you start introducing tidbits of contact where they start to get used to that. And now we go down a whole nother path of progressing a really simple jump to becoming a little bit more specified towards what we're trying to accomplish.
And then reaction, then you work on blaze pods where they're changing direction really fast. Went over changing direction and agility and the differences of each and how to train each in a prior video. So that's the knee. So the bottom line is all of those things, including more, need to be covered. And that's why I'm saying if you have a kid who needs to learn how to train, give us a week with them. You can fly out to Tennessee, go enjoy Nashville, go on a party bus, eat at Party Foul, go ahead and get some hot chicken, watch a Nashville SC game. But anyway, we have a hotel, Homewood Suites, right up the road you could stay at and enjoy yourself while your kid becomes a better player. So let's say we have the girl presenting with the shoulder injury. Okay. Which we have a lot of shoulder injuries. We also coach a lot of wrestlers. And wrestlers, if you've ever seen wrestling, not wrestling, not WWE, but I'm talking like their shoulders get contorted into positions that I've seen Thomas's shoulder wrapped around his head. And I have no clue how he didn't tear a rotator cuff. And so my question is, let's say someone comes in and we don't normally go overhead a lot. We will do push press to teach the bottom to top kind of transference of power. But let's say someone comes in like that fine young lady from the basketball team. Yep. And she presents with a shoulder injury in an overhead sport because she's shooting a basketball. Yep. So what is just a couple tidbits of things we do with her?
So, I mean, upside down kettlebell press, mini bands for external and internal rotation, any kind of scapular series, you'll see a video in a couple hours that actually go up. It's in a draft right now. Where
actually this will be up next week. So it's on Instagram at Legacy at Carbon.
So, and it's stupid simple, lay in your stomach, imagine you're Superman, go under a hurdle, go over a hurdle, essentially just reaching out, reaching in, simple things like that. And first, ask what happened.
Yeah.
We know she had surgery. That's really all we know as of right now. Like, we haven't even seen her. So for you guys to understand, like, you go through a process of go to the doctor, go to the source, figure out what is available and not readily available in terms of work. But really it's trying to subject her to more posterior development, strength, stability within that shoulder, certain isometric holds as time goes on. And it's all progressed and regressed. It's not hard to actually figure things out. It's just having a plan.
And a lot of coaches are kind of anti-doctor. There are bad doctors, but our goal is to work with the medical professional because, again, we are not surgeons.
No, and we're here for the kids.
Yeah. So our goal is to work with them, and that's why Bryce has dialogue with every one of these injured girls practitioners because, again, we are coaches. I like when people go on YouTube and they'll ask me, like, or Instagram, they'll ask my medical advice. I'm like, I'm Coach Marc, not Dr. Marc. This is beyond my scope. I have some clients who get really like into like their feels, and I'm like, that's cool, man. I'm literally a coach. Like, I'm a coach. Like, that's my title.
Yep.
Not Dr. Marc, not Professor Marc. Actually, Professor could work on a private school. So anyway, so that's shoulder. I do like everything involved in that. Much easier. So then just give a quick one because I want to keep this under 15 minutes, which we're horrible at. And the quick one is back.
Yeah,
so we have a gymnast, slip disc, and she tried loading very light with the deadlift. It gave her some discomfort. So we realized if it hurt, like, man, it's kind of like the safe word. If it hurts, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. You don't have to. There's so many variances to every lift. You don't have to squat. You don't have to deadlift. That's why parents are like, I don't want my kids squatting. I'm like, okay.
That's easy.
Okay, bro. Exos, my Nicole Rodriguez, who was one of my mentors, she trained a soccer team in La Liga or whatever it was, or overseas, one of those international ones. They would not let her use weights.
Yeah, well, didn't you say it was all mini bands and hurdles?
It was all mini bands and hurdles, and she made them better. Like, we as coaches, you should be able to work around equipment. All I need is mini bands and a ground, and I can give you everything you need, okay? I can give you a hell of a program, upper and lower body and injury prevention. That's all I need. So when someone comes with that, I'm going to give you one quick regression just to get you thinking, because a lot of you guys are coaches or maybe you have kids. You don't have to. So the first regression I do for a deadlift, a hex bar deadlift, is a
wall-facing deadlift.
Wall-facing deadlift. And if you want to search wall-facing deadlift Lobliner, I have plenty of tutorials on it on YouTube. You basically hold a kettlebell or dumbbell with the bell facing up, and you stand with your feet about as close to the wall as possible. Normally it's about 6 inches from the wall, and you basically deadlift it without letting your face hit the wall. And the goal is to get as close to the wall as possible. Teaches you to retract your scapula, teaches you to keep your torso upright while getting into deadlift position. Very good movement. But I think that pretty much covers the scope of this video.
Absolutely.
So you can find us at legacyatcarbon.com. That is our site. Again, if you're in the Nashville, Franklin, Brentwood, Murfreesboro area, we are within driving distances. We know a lot of you are watching because there are 27 high schools within driving distance of our gym. We're located at Carbon Culture USA at the old CrossFit Cool Springs location. Our new location coming later this year is Carbon Performance. We're literally right across the parking lot. But right now, we have a beautiful facility. We'd love for you guys to come in. And if you have a child or if you want person, I train people in person. I got one slot open at 6:30 a.m. So that's that. Bryce is open for most of the middle part of the day right now. But again, give us some times. We'll see if it'll work. But go to Legacy at Carbon, and we offer a free first session for your kids.
Yep, absolutely.
Free first session. Bring them in. We'd love to prove ourselves. You can sit there and watch, and that'd be a great time. Anyway, thanks, Bryce. We appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy day training kids. And no, there's no kids at the gym waiting for him yet. That will come in about an hour. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Marc and Bryce here. That's not a game. I used to have to go through dozens of bottles of vitamins, of supplements, just to get what I need. Look, I'm busy. I'm running multiple businesses. I'm coaching. I'm a professional bodybuilder getting ready for my first pro show. I don't have time to sit there and do all that. I gotta go. I'm on the go all the time. That is why I created MTS Nutrition Immortal. Here's how they look. This replaces dozens of bottles of supplements. So let me tell you exactly what this has. It has probiotics, greens, liver detox, joint support, cardiovascular support, and the most complete multivitamin, multi-mineral supplement ever created. If you have a busy life or you simply want more time to do the things you love and be able to travel by just taking one simple little pack with you, Immortal's for you.